It's okay if you're not okay. It's not gonna end this way. Today is the day to change. It's the time, it's the place. All that you're locked inside is ready to come alive. Embrace your great design. Now's the time, lift your eyes. I don't have to fear, cause I trust His love. I know where my help comes from. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. There is no mistake I could ever make. It's gonna get better. Let your let erase all you done for me. I know my identity, failures won't define me. I don't have to fear, cause I trust His love. I know where my help comes from. It's gonna get better. There is no mistake I could ever make. It's gonna get better. Let your let erase all you done for me. It's gonna get better. There is no mistake I could ever make. I'm ready for all you have for me. All you have for me. No matter where you live, as long as you're with me, I'm where I need to be. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. There is no mistake I could ever make. It's gonna get better. Let your let erase all you done for me. It's gonna get better. There is no mistake I could ever make. It's gonna get better. Let your let erase all you done for me. I'll walk through the valley, the shadow. I'm ready for all you have for me. All you have. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better.
I caught your fire, you gave your life for me. I want the world to see, I want the world to see. You lifted higher when I was on my knees. You came and rescued me, you came and rescued me. Cause when I'm in the night, you're standing by my side. Yeah, you're teaching me to shine all through the night, now and forever. Oh, you set me free, I'm gonna be the light, shine like a city on a hill tonight. I'm not ashamed, I'm never gonna hide. Jesus will lift you higher, forever see. I'm gonna make it brighter. I'm gonna make it brighter. I'm gonna
Separated, I cut myself clean from a past that comes back in my darkest of dreams. Been apprehended by a spiritual force, in a grace that replaced all of me I divorced.
I saw a man with a tat on his big fat belly. It wiggled around like marmalade jelly. Took me a while to catch what it said, cause I had to match the rhythm of his spelling with my head. Jesus saves is what it raved in a typical tattoo green. He stood on a box in the middle of the city and he claimed he had a dream.
What will people think when they hear that I'm a Jesus freak? What will people do when they find out it's true? I don't really care if they label me a Jesus freak. There ain't no disguising the truth. Oh, oh, oh. Kamikaze, my death it is gain. I've been marked by my maker, a peculiar display. I am lofty, they see me as weak, cause I won't live and die by the power that they see.
There was a man from the desert with naps in his head. The sand that he walked was also his bed. The words that he spoke made the people assume there wasn't too much left in the upper room. With skins on his back and hair on his face, they thought he was strange by the locusts he ate. You see, the Pharisees tricked when they heard him speak, till the king took the head of this Jesus freak.
What will people think when they hear that I'm a Jesus freak? What will people do when they find out it's true? I don't really care if they label me a Jesus freak. There ain't no disguising the truth. Oh, oh, oh.
No disguising it. Ain't no disguising the truth. Ain't no disguising it. Ain't no disguising the truth.
People seem strange, does that make me a stranger? That my best friend was born in a manger. People seem strange, does that make me a stranger? That my best friend was born in a manger. People seem strange, does that make me a stranger? That my best friend was born in a manger. People seem strange, does that make me a stranger? My best friend was born in a manger. Come on. What will people think when they hear that I'm a Jesus freak? What will people do when they find out it's true? I don't really care if they label me a Jesus freak. There ain't no disguising the truth.
No disguising the truth.
What will people think when they hear that I'm a Jesus freak? What will people do when they find out it's true? I don't really care if they label me a Jesus freak. There ain't no disguising the truth. What will people think? What will people think? What would people do? What will people do? I don't really care. What else can I say? There ain't no disguising the truth. Jesus
Winter has come back again. Feels like the season won't end. My faith is tired tonight, and I won't try to pretend I've got it all figured out. That I don't have any doubts. I've got a busted heart. I need you now. Yeah, I need you now. Hold on to me. Hold on to me.
your heart 1,000 times, but you've never left my side. You have always been here for me.
You never let me go. You never let me go. Oh, don't ever let me go. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. Don't let me lose my way. Hold on to me. Take on me. Don't let me lose my way.
Winter will come to an end, soon the season will end. I'll surrender tonight, you meet me right where I am. I'm in this crazy place where my world is spinning wild, but I feel you all around. I think I'm out of answers, and I don't know your plans, but I will trust you now. Yeah, sometimes I don't know, and it's alright. I'm kinda lost in the low, but it's just life. Through the ebbs and the flows, like how far we've come. And I know everything will be just fine, 'cause I'm yours and I know you are all mine. Wanna stay 'cause your love is all I've found. Since I'm lost without you, 'cause your love is so true. This is where I belong.
Luke Raymond Anderson, son of Scott and Kimberly Anderson. Tyson Alexander Asif, son of Mo and Elisa Asif. Sophia Alejandra Avila Mena, daughter of Jose Avila and Alejandra Mena. Jason Ezekiel Baker, son of Brian Baker and Tim and Anna Landers. Nicholas Allen Bertrand, son of Corey and Sarah Bertrand. Armand John Beer, son of Nelson and Jennifer Beer. Blake Eric Borges, son of Stephen and Erica Borges. Aiden Delta Brown, son of Delta and Heather Brown. Avery Grace Carr, daughter of Kevin and Michael Carr. Ronald Dean Cosby, son of Ronald and Jen Cosby. Kaylee Diane Christensen, daughter of Christopher and Cheryl Christensen. Lillian May Coffin, daughter of David and Tanya Coffin. Aubrey Jacqueline Cook, daughter of Matthew and Loretta Cook. Joshua Caleb Cowley, son of Paul and Marcia Cowley. Sean O'Keefe Cox, son of Robert and Leanne Cox. Gage McKinley Cullen, son of Robin Cullen and Doug Bryan. Elijah de la Concha, son of Sabrina de la Concha, grandson of Justino and Victoria de la Concha. Chase Walton DeLabre, son of John and Polly Davenport. Wesley Clayton Dykes, son of Wesley and Natalie Dykes. Murphy Grace Ellis, daughter of Michael Ellis and M.J. Hilton. Kayla Anna Esposito, daughter of Jason Katzel and Christine Ebbett. Joseph Salvatore Espro, son of Fred and Tara Espro. Christopher F. Fedlam, son of Joseph and Yvetta Fedlam. Alyssa Danielle Feliciano, daughter of Daniel and Shivali Feliciano. Nicholas Francis Ferreira, son of Robert Ferreira and Jill Ferreira. Evan James Farrell, son of John and Donna Farrell. Balin Michael Fowler, son of Brandy Fowler. Madison Marie Nage, daughter of Robert and Jacqueline Nage. Darren Andrew Godoy, son of Amy Godoy. Kimberly Nicole Gonzalez Savitsky, daughter of Eric and Amberly Savitsky. Mary Elizabeth Gordon, daughter of Robert and Catherine Gordon. Turner Michael Gross, son of William and Mandy Gross. Harry Leslie Hedges, son of Deanna Hedges. Jacob Ryan Hoff, son of Curtis and Janet Hoff. Camille Marie Holloway, daughter of Darren and Carlotta Holloway. Jade Annalie Horn, daughter of Benjamin and Selena Horn. Merrick Bryson Hunt, son of Adam and Kathy Hunt and Katie Hunt. Chloe Catherine Jones, daughter of Bobby and Ellen Jones. Jacob Edward Kenna, son of William and Cindy Kenna. Charlotte Sophia Kennedy, daughter of Brett and Gisela Kennedy. Christian Paul Kinsella, son of Jonathan and Lori Kinsella. Nia Amani Nashion Kirkland, daughter of Latoya Kirkland and granddaughter of Lennis Mitchell. Savannah Marissa Kolosna, daughter of Stephanie Burnham. Anderson Thomas Leonard, son of Rick and Monica Leonard. Matt Ange Lepetit, son of Eric and Catherine Lepetit. Ethan Jordan Mai, son of Adam and Sierra Phoenix and Hawk Mai. Sophia Gianna Mila, daughter of Jacqueline Mila. Madison Brooke Meyer, daughter of Chuck and Laura Meyer. Teresa Miksovska, daughter of Ivana Miksovska, granddaughter of Irina Haas. Taylor Faith Noose, daughter of Jeff and Jennifer Noose. Austin Douglas Ogles, son of John and Allison Ogles. Jackson James Parker, son of Adam and Suzanne Parker. Cooper Kenneth Peterson, son of Stephen and Nicole Peterson. Jamaria Larzette Pettis, daughter of Jamar Pettis and Shantia Brinson. James Matthew Pitts II, son of Matthew and Stacy Pitts. Jackson Ryan Powell, son of PJ and Karen Powell. Rory Robert Proieto, son of Robert and Mina Proieto. Chance Tenzing Rabin, daughter of Andrew and Janine Rabin. Jabria Antonique Reedy, daughter of Shanitria Curry and Gerard Reedy. Isabella Mia Reyes, daughter of Carlos and Diani Reyes. Gavin Tristan Richardson, son of Glenn Richardson and Nakisha Wright. Anna Catherine Rosance, daughter of Victor and Dana Rosance. Honore Elizabeth Shriver, daughter of Scott Shriver and Zoe Hood. Liliana Starr Skull, daughter of Doug and Estrella Skull. Miles Malin Shore, son of Brandon and Stacy Shore. Avery Morgan Sullivan, daughter of Brett and Christy Sullivan. Manuel Alejandro Silvestre, son of Vincent Silvestre and Sandari Morales. Anger Conrad Smith, son of Jason and Mallory Smith. Isis Emeka Spells, daughter of Ebony Taylor. Tanner Patrick Stickney, son of David and Lauren Stickney. Ryan Marie Shumagala, daughter of Tim and Brooklyn Shumagala and Danny and Lara Black. Braden Walter Temperton, son of Rick and Nicole Temperton. Esther Lelpake Clay, daughter of Liang Tang and Naomi Kim. Alexander William Tim, son of Bill and Michelle Tim. Alexander Peter Valenteus, son of Peter and Lori Valenteus. Oliver Tor Wahlberg, son of Bert and Rebecca Wahlberg. David Landrum Wilson, son of Lanny and Jamie Wilson. Ava Grace Woody, daughter of Richard and Stacy Woody. Nolan Carter Workman, son of Matthew and Charlie Workman. Dylan Anthony Young, son of Michael and Tracy Young. And finally, Madeline Lucia Zook, daughter of Matthew and Kelly Zook. Before we begin our program tonight, I would like to draw your attention to the 2 white roses to my right. The roses represent people very special to us who have passed away. The first rose is for Mr. Daniel Miksovska, father of NCS graduating senior Teresa Miksovska. The second is for Mr. Marcus Spells, father of NCS graduating senior Isis Spells. Can we please take a moment of silence to remember both of these wonderful men? Thank you. At this time, I would like to ask the lead pastor of Northside Baptist Church, Dr. Chad Scarborough, to lead us in prayer.
Well, thank you, Mr. Lemire. Good evening, and how about those Mustangs? Wow. Would you join me as we pray tonight to begin our ceremony? Father, thank you indeed, Lord. We praise you. Every breath is a gift from you, and it's given through the power of your Spirit. And so, Father, we thank you for the privilege for our kids, maybe it's our grandkids, whatever it's here tonight that represents, Lord, to be able to go to Northside Christian School that's built on the foundation of Jesus Christ and the good news of his gospel. And so tonight, Lord, we pray that all that we do would be to honor you, and that these students would be sent out, whether they go to college or they go into the workforce or whatever it is, Lord, as arrows in the hands of a mighty warrior, sent out as salt and light to honor you in all that they do. Father, thank you for the faculty, the administrators, all the people that have poured into these students' life. We give you the praise in the name that is above all name, the name that stands strong forever, the only name that will save, and that name is Jesus Christ. Amen. Go Mustangs.
Welcome, Northside family and friends. On the platform this evening is Mr. Brandon Elam, head of school, Mrs. Regina Artill, principal of the middle and high school, Dr. Danielle Smalley, elementary principal, Dr. Chad Scarborough, Northside Baptist Church lead pastor, Miss Lane Feaster, NCS class of 2005 alumna, and tonight's commencement speaker, and myself, middle and high school assistant principal, Mr. Matt Lemire. Seated to my right are the esteemed Northside Christian School faculty and school board members. I would now like to ask our high school principal, Mrs. Regina Artill, to come and introduce our AP Academy.
The NCS Advanced Placement Academy is a 4-year program designed to meet the needs of the academically talented high school student. This program is very challenging as it combines all upper level and advanced courses into a single mandatory curriculum. Acceptance into this program requires achievement scores at or above the 90th percentile in all standardized testing, a near perfect GPA, exceptional writing and critical thinking skills, high recommendations from all academic classes. During their 4 years in high school, AP Academy students take 12 honors classes, including 4 years of foreign language, at least 7 dual enrollment classes, and up to 10 AP courses. Each of these students can potentially earn in excess of 50 college semester hours before graduating high school. In most cases, these students have balanced a rigorous academic schedule with an extremely competitive athletic or music program. At this time, I would like to ask our AP Academy graduates representing the class of 2025 to stand and be recognized. Nicholas Ferreira, Jackson Parker, Henri Shriver, David Wilson, and Nolan Workman. Congratulations, you may be seated. Tonight, it is my privilege to introduce to you the salutatorian for the class of 2025. Jackson Parker joined Northside Christian School in preschool. In addition to being our salutatorian, Jackson is a four-sport athlete. He was a member of the varsity swim team. He ran cross country, played varsity soccer, and ran track. He was also recently named our Scholar Athlete of the Year. Jackson is a member of our AP Academy, National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, and the Spanish Honor Society. Graduating with a 4.655 GPA, Jackson plans to attend the University of Florida in the fall. Please welcome Jackson Parker to the platform.
Good evening, faculty, staff, coaches, parents, family, friends, and fellow classmates. On behalf of the senior class of 2025, I would like to extend our deepest appreciation for all your support and encouragement that has brought us to this commencement. There is a unique moment in time that exists. It is the time between yesterday and tomorrow, the no more and the not yet. As St. Augustine stated, it is only by calling the past and future into the present of remembrance and expectation that time exists at all. Hence, the only valid tense is the present, the now. So I ask you to journey with me in the now and reflect on where we've been and how we got here, surrounded by faculty, loved ones, family, and alumni. These people have been our supporters, cheerleaders, and champions for our success, who helped to bring us to this pivotal moment, our graduation. We celebrate being on the cusp of closing this chapter of our young lives and the beginning of the next chapter. For many individuals in the class of 2025 at Northside Christian School, their journey began by embarking on Noah's Ark, previously located in the preschool area. Our innocent minds and hearts were naive to the ups and downs that lay before us in the journey through our adolescent years. We were full of excitement to learn our numbers, letters, and more about our new friends. Every day we arrived bright and cheerful, looking forward to a day of adventure and stories from the Word of Life. As we progressed through elementary grades, we created memories and fun moments. We had pancakes with elementary principal Rotuno at our house across the street from the school. We stood still during Wax Museum Day and were captivated by the excitement that filled the air during the school's annual pep rally. As the years continued, we made more friends who joined us on our journey as our class grew in size and our adventures got more exciting. We traveled off campus and started to explore our great state of Florida. One of the most memorable field trips was to St. Augustine, where our bus broke down for hours, and I mean hours. And our grade was stranded in the heat on the side of the highway. We occupied our time with games, movies, and laughter, before our replacement bus arrived. I'm sure our teachers were relieved, but their impact was huge on teaching us to make the best out of an inconvenient situation. All our elementary teachers were paramount in setting the foundation for our educational journey onto middle school. The transition into middle school brought about a new phase of adolescence that involved hormones, awkward moments, and an interesting dynamic of life. Some of us shot up in height, some of us stayed tiny, others grew in their personality, some in their ability to cause calamity, testing the adult's sanity. This couldn't have been more true under the circumstances brought on by the COVID pandemic. We all had to endure masks, online learning, and the standard 6 feet fear zone. However, all the boys would agree that there was an upside to this new way of school. That was the gaming behind the screens. Such as in Coach Skull's PE class, where there were intense games of Among Us. Thankfully, our online learning experience was limited, and it wasn't long before we were able to get back together. We had a new appreciation for each other and the value of learning and seeing our friends every day. This was emphasized with Miss Jones in our Bible class because she made it enjoyable and helped us work out real-life problems through the lens of the Word. This cultivated our ability to manage struggles we face and better understand one another before transitioning into high school. Moving into high school brought about a whole new world of goals and responsibilities. Some of us began jobs. Others realized new family responsibilities, such as caring for siblings. Some had high academic goals, while others strived for athletic prestige. We celebrated wins at sports games, won band championships, got decked out in suits and dresses for homecoming and prom, and made lots of memorable moments to cherish. There were also moments of struggle or difficulty that helped to create who we've become today. We faced the loss of life, destruction of personal possessions during the hurricanes, and unshared personal trials. Through the peaks and valleys, we have triumphed through prayers and perseverance, developing a character that will help us thrive tomorrow. I implore you to relish in the now, this moment that is fleeting, that will soon be the past. Reflect on what you have accomplished, learned, and overcome. But most importantly, pay attention to the path you are on. There's only one truly rewarding path that you should always stay true to: the narrow path, the one that leads to everlasting life in the kingdom. In the current moment, we are all gathered together as a Northside family that will soon go our separate ways. We will soon experience new adventures and challenges, but don't wander from the path. Keep your heart true to it. All earthly riches fall away. Only the treasures of heaven last forever. Congrats on your journey, class of 2025. Make sure this journey you're on continues on the narrow path. Thank you.
Well done, Jackson. Avery Sullivan is the valedictorian of the class of 2025. Avery joined Northside Christian School in the 5th grade. In addition to being a National Merit Finalist, Avery was chaplain for the National Honor Society and a member of both Mu Alpha Theta and the Spanish Honor Society. In 11th grade, Avery was a part of our school musical, and this school year, she stepped outside her comfort zone and did an outstanding job sharing her testimony in chapel. Avery earned a 4.658 GPA during her time at NCS. She plans to study neuroscience at Johns Hopkins University in the fall. Please welcome Avery Sullivan, our valedictorian for the class of 2025.
Good evening. I hope you all can hear me. And if you can see me over this podium, well, bonus points. I am grateful that the Lord has blessed me with the opportunity to stand before you all today. But before we begin, I would like to take a moment to thank those who helped me get to this point, because I sure did not do it alone. First, to my mom and dad, thank you for sacrificing so much to place every opportunity before me, trusting me to make the most of them. And Mom, I hope you know that I dedicate everything I've worked for and plan on working for in the future to you. To Brittany, my sister and best friend, thank you for literally dragging me away from my desk when I needed it the most. You brought balance into my life and reminded me that sometimes it's okay to have a little fun. To my good friend Jackson Parker, thank you for constantly keeping me on my toes these past years through our academic rivalry. Looking back, I can now say that it was never really about the title, but about pushing one another to grow both in and out of the classroom, and for that, I'm grateful. To all of my peers, from playing snowball in Dr. Lanny's room to bench pressing one another during AP Government, sorry, Mr. Sabrone, thank you for making each and every day uniquely entertaining and memorable. And of course, to all of the faculty, thank you. When I found out I would be giving this speech, my first thought was, why me? Why me? Because one, I am terrified of public speaking, and two, because while my academic accomplishments may have gotten me up here, they don't make me any more capable of having a successful future than any one of you sitting before me. Why? Because success is not about standing at the top. It's about doing your best, pressing on through setbacks, and offering it all up to something greater than yourself. I believe we live in a culture captivated by the aesthetic of success, with the displays of wealth, fast-tracked accolades, and the illusion of effortless achievement. But behind most success lies an uglier reality, full of early mornings and late nights, countless sacrifices, repeated failures, crash outs, and many, many energy drinks. And from what I've learned so far, which I suppose is enough to have me give a speech, with these kinds of sacrifices, the toughest competition you'll face is yourself. Sometimes you will get lazy and make excuses. Other times you will convince yourself that nothing you can do is enough. Or maybe someone will simply tell you nothing you can do is enough, and you'll believe it. But in all honesty, as long as you confine yourself to your comfort zone, the doubts of your mind, or the opinions of others, you will never see what you are truly capable of. And remember, success looks different for everyone. It has no fixed shape, no perfect timeline, and no one-size-fits-all formula. What matters is not how your journey compares to someone else's, but whether you keep walking with purpose, discipline, and faith. Learn to appreciate your journey, not just the victories, but the struggles, the growth, and the moments that shaped you into who you are and who you will be. Like the moments last year in AP Biology, where we didn't just learn about the Calvin cycle and gene expression, but also, through many tears, how to navigate the 5 stages of grief over our grades. In saying all of this, I must clarify that there's something more intentional that must motivate us outside of ourselves and our wishes. Because no matter how much we achieve, if our success is only for our own gain, we've missed the point entirely. Colossians 3:23 reminds us that in whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not for men, meaning that everything you discipline yourself for and achieve is meant to be offered back to God for His glory, not ours. While the world may define success through salaries, titles, and the approval of others, the Lord ultimately looks at none of these, defining success through our devotion, impact, and trust in His will. So when we offer up our whole selves to the Lord, we are doing more than chasing a career or building a reputation. We are living lives that matter. When our work becomes an offering, when excellence becomes an act of worship rather than something that is worshiped, then we find the value of our accomplishments and the hard work that it took to achieve them. So, in conclusion, I think it's safe to say that I'm not up here because I have everything figured out. Because newsflash, I don't. Instead, I'm up here to prove that you don't have to. And although I may not see many of you again after today, I pray that wherever life takes you, and whatever success may look like for you, may you embrace it as a process and trust that God's plan is greater than anything that you could hope for yourself. Let every effort, every triumph, and every setback be an offering to the one who holds it all in his hands. To my classmates, congratulations, we are finally free. And to my teachers, you've officially survived the class of 2025. Thank you.
Tonight's commencement speaker walked the halls of Northside Christian School just like so many of the Mustang alum who are witnessing tonight's commencement ceremony. Lane Feaster attended NCS from kindergarten through 12th grade, graduating in 2005. She earned her bachelor's degree in advertising from the University of Florida in 2009, followed by a master's of science in management in 2010. After graduation, Lane began her career with AT&T, moving to Atlanta to join their business sales leadership development program. She later relocated to New York City, where she supported mid-sized clients and external strategic partners. During this period, she returned to school and earned her master's in business administration from the University of Florida Huff Graduate School of Business. In 2017, Lane moved to AT&T's corporate headquarters in Dallas, Texas, taking a position in channel marketing where she launched Internet of Things products into the marketplace. Since then, she has held roles as Chief of Staff, Market Development Manager, and Technical Consultant. Currently, Lane leads a national team of sales professionals within the global enterprise and sports entertainment vertical, building technical infrastructure for global clients and the largest professional sporting teams, leagues, and events in the world. Lane was born and raised in St. Petersburg, where she currently resides. She leads a high school girls' Bible study at Faith Covenant Church on Sunday mornings and is on the nominating board for the Junior League of St. Petersburg. She enjoys staying active, is always trying to improve her golf handicap, is an avid traveler, and loves her Florida Gators. It is an honor and privilege to welcome Lane Feaster as our 2025 commencement speaker. Go get him, Philip.
Wow. It is truly such an honor to be here with you tonight on a night that your parents have been looking forward to and at the same time dreading for the last 18 years. Honestly, it's a little overwhelming for me just to see so many familiar faces from both my past and my present. Northside's been an integral part of my life. My older brother, 4 of my cousins, and I went to Northside from kindergarten through 12th grade. 4 of us were even in high school at the same time. So as you can imagine, it was hard to do much without a Feaster being involved. So many of my key life events and experiences have happened here. I wiggled my first tooth loose during kindergarten. We had competition in carpool of who saw the ball of the steeple first at Northside Church. In 3rd grade, my cousins and I won the basketball championship in what used to be called Midget Mustangs, and we drove home with our dads, windows down, blaring Queens, we are the champions. 6th grade, I made the decision to dedicate my life to Jesus during Spiritual Emphasis Week. 7th grade, we entered into a new millennium with not only a fear that our computer systems would all crash, but that the world was going to shut down. I was in the locker room after PE my freshman year of high school when I first heard about the 9/11 terrorist attacks, and our world was forever changed. Freshman year was also when I got my first detention for talking during prayer requests. And believe me when I say, I was so upset, I cried my eyes out the rest of the afternoon. I was a 3-letter athlete and played volleyball, basketball, and softball during my time at Northside. And on one very busy night, we had our regional semifinal match the same night as our sophomore homecoming. So we all got showered and dressed at the gym while our dates were waiting for us we got dressed and showered in the locker room while our dates were waiting for us in the gym. Just as a side note, I had somebody reach out to me the other day to remind me how hard it was to be at Northside at our generation with no dancing. We had to throw unofficial parties after our junior-senior banquets and homecoming so we could dance. So I hope you all know how lucky that you are. Recently, I was given a tour of the school, and when they walked me through the gym, the Bible verse that I wrote in the equipment closet my junior year was still there. Fall of my senior year, I was accepted into the University of Florida, and I got a college email address so I could finally activate Facebook. Yes, there was a very special time when Facebook was only used for college students. And 20 years ago tonight, I sat in your seat at my graduation, excited for the future to come. As I'm sure you're feeling now, I felt that I left high school so prepared, but also just not sure what to expect in this next chapter of life. When you look to your left and you look to your right, know that not only have you gone through a pivotal part of your life together, but you're going to remain connected for the rest of your lives. For instance, this past weekend, my class and I celebrated our 20-year high school reunion. We held it at Mullet's Fish Camp, which is a restaurant that's owned by the husband of one of my classmates and another guy from the class of 2003. One of the servers, class of 2004. This February, I had the opportunity to go to the Super Bowl with work. And at 6 a.m., going through New Orleans Airport, a classmate of mine was working the TSA line. I've attended 3 Gator National Championships, one of which this last month in San Antonio, go Gators, with one of my brother's best friends, who also went to Northside, and I have my own cheer squad back there of my best friends, who have laughed with me, cried with me, and cheered me on every step of the way. I currently work for AT&T, and I lead our sports and entertainment department, where we build the infrastructure for the largest professional teams, leagues, and sporting events in the world. I love sports, and I've played a lot of sports throughout my life. So I thought it would be fitting to share 4 life lessons that I've learned in business and in sports. First, dealing with fears and failures. Second, hard work always pays off. Third, prioritizing your time. And lastly, the importance of fun. This next phase of your adventure called life is going to be filled with so many successes, but it's also going to have its fair share of fears, failures, and challenges. Some of you know exactly what you're going to do with your life and what you're going to study. Some of you don't have a clue, but I think you might be the lucky ones. I always liked to think I had it all figured out. Sometimes I like to still think I have it all figured out, but I've always had a lot of doubts. Do we have anyone in here who might identify as a bit of a control freak? Yeah, me too. I constantly have to remind myself I am not the author of my story, but the Lord's plan is perfect, and his rejection was just the redirection and protection that I needed. I began at the University of Florida studying marketing, and I know I am not alone in this, but I wasn't focused, and I didn't keep my grades high enough to stay in the business college. This was the first time I hadn't excelled in a school environment, and I felt very ashamed. Honestly, I don't even think my parents knew about this until they read my speech. So, like many other college students, I switched my major 2 more times before landing in the College of Journalism and Communications studying advertising. I still didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, so I stayed for an extra year and championship football season, and I completed a business management graduate degree, and I was now ready for my big-time finance job. The only problem is, none of those financial companies hired me. So I went back to the campus career fair, and I found an opportunity to go into AT&T's Leadership Development Program, which was a 6-month program for recent graduates. After multiple interviews, I got the job. I packed up absolutely everything that I owned, which my mom still gives me a hard time about, and I moved to Atlanta for the 6 months. Upon completion, I had the option of moving to Denver, Boston, or New York City. I ended up following the job that I felt was best for my future, and I moved to New York City, which, as you can imagine, was quite a big change for a girl from St. Petersburg. I was very successful during my time in New York. I had a ton of fun. I met some amazing friends. I made incredible memories. But with all those good days came some really, really hard days. In my early years in New York, I had a terrible boss, I made no money, and not to mention, I lived in an apartment the size of a shoebox without a door or a full wall. I'm not kidding. So about 3 years into my career with AT&T, I was approached about another internal job that I felt was my make or break job. I didn't get the job, but my closest work friend at the time got the job, which was incredibly hard for me to accept. How could they not pick me? How could they pick her? I'm so much more qualified. But by not getting this job, I ended up getting what is now my second favorite job I've had at AT&T by a boss who I now consider to be a close friend. Once it was time to spread my wings from that job, I finished my Master's of Business Administration and was offered another position within AT&T doing marketing for Internet of Things division based back in Atlanta. What is Internet of Things? For instance, I helped the trucking industry gather data on drivers, fleets of trucks, and logistics during a very pivotal time in the logistics industry. About a month before I was scheduled to move to Atlanta, I got a phone call that my leadership wanted me to move to our headquarters in Dallas, Texas instead. I was devastated. I'd never been to Dallas, I didn't have a community there, and I had my heart set on Atlanta. But God. If I hadn't moved to the communications college during school, I wouldn't have been able to go to the grad program I went to, and in turn, I wouldn't have been able to complete my MBA in the capacity that I did. If I hadn't gone to work in my second choice job, I wouldn't have made the connections to get my current role, which I could argue is my dream job. If I hadn't moved to Dallas, I wouldn't be standing here with you today. I've dwelled on some of my obstacles and challenges today because as graduates, your biggest liability is going to be your need to succeed, your need to always find yourself on that sweet side of the bell curve. But don't forget, your failures are just God redirecting you, and if you failed, did you not become stronger? Did you not become wiser? Did you not become better? We all grow more from our successes, from our failures and our successes, and that feeling of being buried often just means that God's planning you for something greater. The second topic I want to talk about is hard work pays off. We hear this a lot, right? But what does it actually mean? Hard work is often the differentiator between those who succeed and those who do not. Have you ever noticed that the harder you work and the more prepared that you are, the luckier you get? That's not luck. You worked for it. Hard work not only allows us to stand out from the crowd and increases our opportunity for success, but it also cultivates and it positively impacts relationships and it builds trust. Thomas Edison famously said, "Genius is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration." I've always been taught I can be what I want to be and I can do what I want to do, but that does not come without sacrifices. I've always wanted to be ready and prepared for anything that came my way, whether that be climbing the highest mountain in the United States, which I've done, chasing a new work challenge, or achieving a personal goal. This doesn't mean you have to be good at everything because you're not going to be, but it means you're willing to show up, do your best, and be willing to learn. Hard work's not just about the grind. It's about being ready when opportunity shows up, and sometimes stepping up to the plate, swinging the bat, and praying you'll hit something is the best you can do, and that's okay. The third concept is prioritizing your time, which is going to be forever evolving throughout your life. My friends are going to laugh when I say this, but I'm going to give you a quick lesson on the words yes and no. This stage of your life is the time to say yes. Networking events, yes. Random coffee meetings, yes. Every social invite, yes. That crazy friend who invites you to backpack through Europe, absolutely. This is your decade to explore, but something that took me way too long to realize, and frankly, I still struggle with, is saying yes to everything leads to burnout, unnecessary distractions, and wasted time. In my mid to late 30s, I've had to shift to saying more of the word no. I choose to focus on what means more and don't engage where my energy is wasted, but instead where the energy is life-giving and builds me up. You also will eventually have to shift your life into the buckets that mean the most to you. For me, it's Jesus, family, work, personal health, traveling, and relationships. You unfortunately don't get any time back. And as the great band Smash Mouth once said, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. That clock never stops and you don't get that time back. I speak right to myself when I say success is not about doing more, it's about doing more of what matters and investing your time wisely. So after all your yeses, Be sure that you protect that energy and put it into the buckets that mean the most to you. We all know keeping life fun is what it's all about. One of my goals this year is to focus on the journey, not the destination. For me, that means enjoying the experience, the lessons, the growth that you gain in the journey, and most importantly, laughing and finding humor through the hard. Finding fun in everyday tasks, making time for fun when life gets busy, and embracing the unexpected. I love the great philosopher Dr. Seuss's quote that says, "You have to be odd to be number one." Think about that for a second. You have to be odd to be number one. Don't be afraid to go against the grain and do things differently. Keep it light. Don't ever hide your enthusiasm for what you love and never be ashamed to try. Effortlessness is not a virtue. Lastly, it's hard to have regrets about interactions in life when you lead with gentleness and love. I have Philippians 4:5 taped to my wall at work. Let your gentleness be evident to all with a lot of exclamation points behind it. When your boss or your teacher are micromanaging you, when your coworker or teammate is slacking on their work, when you do something wrong, or when someone hurts you, let your gentleness be evident to all. Life's gonna come at you fast. It's gonna throw you curveballs, and it's not gonna look the same as you envision it today. When I turned 30, I took time to reflect on the past decade. I thought I'd be married with kids by the time I turned 30, and there I was on a trip with my parents, which low-key birthday trips with your parents are kind of awesome. But I didn't have so many of the things that I thought I would, but I had so many of the things that I'd never dreamed of. I'd seen the world, working a high-powered job, living in New York City, living the proverbial dream. I had to yet again remember I am not the author of my story, but His good and perfect plan is at work. You're also gonna have moments of loneliness, confusion, doubt, and feeling like God's far away. Don't ever stop communicating with Him. Remember how much He loves you, and also all the beautifully imperfect people who love you too. You accept them as they are, flaws and all, and you deserve that love, so make sure you're giving it to yourself. When preparing to speak with you today, I thought back on my graduation from Northside, and I can't really remember much from the speech. So I'm hoping I can at least leave you with a few nuggets to remember. The best piece of advice I can give you as you go on today is enjoy the journey, the craziness of life, give God all the glory, and remember, the story's never over. I wish you luck. I'm rooting for you, fellow Mustangs. Congratulations.
Thank you, Lane, for the lessons derived from your experiences. Well done. It is now time to recognize our seniors with the presentation of their diplomas and medallions. Luke Raymond Anderson, magna cum laude, State College of Florida, Business. Tyson Alexander Asif, magna cum laude, University of South Florida, Biomedical Science. Sophia Alejandra Avila Mena, cum laude, University of North Florida, Finance. Jason Ezekiel Baker, summa cum laude, University of North Florida, International Business. Nicholas Allen Bertrand, summa cum laude, Virginia Commonwealth University, undecided. Armand John Beer, summa cum laude, University of Central Florida, General Engineering. Blake Eric Borges, summa cum laude, University of Florida, International Business. Aiden Delta Brown, summa cum laude, Messiah University, Civil Engineering. Avery Grace Carr, cum laude, St. Leo University, Psychology and Criminology. Ronald Dean Cosby, cum laude, Polk State University, Kinesiology. Kaylee Diane Christensen, summa cum laude, Florida State University, Nursing. Lillian May Coffin, St. Petersburg College, Graphic Design. Aubrey Jacqueline Cook, summa cum laude, Palm Beach Atlantic University, Psychology. Joshua Caleb Cowley, summa cum laude, University of South Florida, Business Management. Sean O'Keefe Cox, cum laude, Florida Gulf Coast University, Civil Engineering. Gage McKinley Cullen, Pinellas Technical College, Welding. Elijah De La Concha, Hillsborough Community College, Business Management. Chase Walton DeLabre, Liberty University, Commercial Aviation. Wesley Clayton Dicus, Florida Gulf Coast University, Business. Murphy Grace Ellis, summa cum laude, Florida State University, undecided. Kayla Anna Esposito, summa cum laude, Tallahassee State College, Radiology. Joseph Salvatore Espro, cum laude, Santa Fe College, Business Management. Christopher F. Fedlam, cum laude, Embry-Riddle University, Mechanical Engineering. Alyssa Danielle Feliciano, summa cum laude, University of Central Florida, Pre-Med. Nicholas Francis Ferreira, summa cum laude, University of Central Florida, Information Technology. Evan James Farrell, summa cum laude, University of Florida, Finance. Balin Michael Fowler, Electrical Apprenticeship. Madison Marie Nage, summa cum laude, University of South Florida, Pre-Med. Darren Andrew Godoy, magna cum laude, Florida Polytechnic University, Mechanical Engineering. Kimberly Nicole Gonzalez Savitsky, Full Sail University, music production. Mary Elizabeth Gordon, magna cum laude, New York University, neuroscience and harp. Turner Michael Gross, summa cum laude, Western Carolina University, business marketing. Harry Leslie Hedges, St. Petersburg College, finance. Jacob Ryan Hoff, summa cum laude, Liberty University, commercial music performance. Camille Marie Holloway, cum laude, Alabama State University, pediatric kinesiology. Jade Annalie Horn, magna cum laude, Fordham University, business. Merrick Bryson Hunt, summa cum laude, University of Tampa, physics. Chloe Catherine Jones, Summit Salon Academy, cosmetology. Jacob Edward Kenna, trade school. Charlotte Sophia Kennedy, summa cum laude, Florida State University, accounting. Christian Paul Kinsella, magna cum laude, Dallas Baptist University, sports management. Nia Amani Nashian Kirkland, magna cum laude, Bethune-Cookman University, nursing. Savannah Marissa Kolazna, Aveda Institute of Cosmetology, hair. Anderson Thomas Leonard, Santa Fe College, kinesiology. Matt Ange Lepetit, cum laude, St. Petersburg College, business and flight school. Ethan Jordan Mai, summa cum laude, University of Central Florida, undecided. Sophia Gianna Mila, summa cum laude, Florida State University, undecided. Madison Brooke Meyer, cum laude, St. Petersburg College, real estate. Teresa Miksovska, summa cum laude, New College of Florida, marine biology. Taylor Faith Noose, summa cum laude, University of Central Florida, kinesiology. Austin Douglas Ogles, summa cum laude, Brevard College, construction management. Jackson James Daniel Parker, summa cum laude, University of Florida, Mechanical Engineering. Cooper Kenneth Peterson, magna cum laude, Florida Gulf Coast University, Exercise Science. Jamaria Larzette Pettis, summa cum laude, Florida State University, Political Science. James Matthew Pitts II, State College of Florida, Business. Jackson Ryan Powell, magna cum laude, Santa Fe College, Business. Rory Robert Proieto, cum laude, University of South Florida, Biomedical Science, Pre-Med. Chance Tenzing Rabin, summa cum laude, Northeastern University, Political Science. Jabria Antonique Reedy, magna cum laude, St. Petersburg College, Health Science, Diagnostic Medical Sonography. Isabella Mia Reyes, summa cum laude, University of Miami, Political Science and Journalism. Gavin Tristan Richardson, Wittenberg University, Cybersecurity. Anna Catherine Rosance, cum laude, St. Petersburg College, Cybersecurity. Andre Elizabeth Shriver, summa cum laude, University of Florida, Psychology and Criminal Justice. Liliana Starr Skull, cum laude, Tallahassee State College, Physician's Assistant. Miles Malin Shore, summa cum laude, St. Petersburg College, Engineering. Avery Morgan Sullivan, summa cum laude, Johns Hopkins University, Neuroscience and Pre-Med. Manuel Alejandro Silvestre, magna cum laude, Stetson University, Business. Anger Conrad Smith, magna cum laude, Florida Gulf Coast University, Construction Management. Isis Emeka Spells, St. Petersburg College, Crime Scene Technician. Tanner Patrick Stickney, summa cum laude, Florida State University, Biochemistry and Pre-Med. Ryan Marie Schumagala, magna cum laude, Tallahassee State College, U.S. Air Force Reserves and Criminology. Braden Walter Temperton, summa cum laude, A3 postgrad program, Mechanical Engineering. Esther Lalpake Clay, cum laude, St. Petersburg College, Pediatric Nursing. Alexander William Tim, summa cum laude, University of Central Florida, Business. Alexander Peter Valenteus, summa cum laude, St. Petersburg College, undecided. Oliver Tor Wahlberg, summa cum laude, Florida Gulf Coast University, Music. David Landrum Wilson, summa cum laude, Florida Institute of Technology, Aerospace Engineering. Ava Grace Woody, magna cum laude, Florida Southern College, Theater Arts and Communication. Nolan Carter Workman, summa cum laude, United States Air Force Academy, Aerospace Engineering. Dylan Anthony Young, summa cum laude, Florida State University, Entrepreneurship. Madeline Lucia Zook, summa cum laude, University of Tampa, Kinesiology.
Before we formally move the tassels, I just want to take a moment because I've been with this crew all the way through the upper school. And they are a special group of young people to me that it's hard for me to truly articulate how much I love them, how much I appreciate just them allowing us to be a part of their lives. This is a tremendous, tremendous group of young people. And one thing's for sure, once a Mustang, always a Mustang. And all of you have a home, and all of you better visit your home. And if not, I will come looking for you. Will everyone in the class of 2025 please stand? Having successfully satisfied the requirements for graduation and by the power vested in me by our school board, will you please move your tassels from the right side to the left side? I am honored to be I'm honored to be the first one to officially welcome you as alumni of Northside Christian School. Congratulations. I would now like to invite our student body chaplain, Ms. Taylor Noose, to the platform to close out our 2025 commencement ceremony with prayer.
Good evening, everyone. First, I want to thank everyone for being here tonight, and I am blessed to have been asked to pray over the class of 2025 as we embark on our next chapter in our lives. So please pray with me. Dear God, we come to you tonight in a state of gratitude, Lord. I thank you for giving us a school like Northside that has provided us with teachers that push us to be great students, but more importantly, great people. Northside has provided us with friends that we will keep for the rest of our lives, and I pray that we can always think back to this time in our lives and be grateful for all the memories we have made together. And as we look forward to our new beginnings, and some of us might be scared and some excited, I pray we trust you and your plan for each of our lives and continue to grow in our relationships with you every day. Lord, I pray that you give us strength to never give up and always keep moving forward, even when life gets challenging, that we can lean into your word and know that you will always be there to guide us. I pray tonight that we can enjoy our last moment together as a class, but as we look forward to our future, we can trust in you, knowing that you will guide and protect us through every mountain and valley. Lastly, I pray for peace in this next chapter of our lives and for us to always be reminded that we are loved. And in Jesus' name, amen. Thank you.
We know you're excited, but if you could just hold on for a few instructions as part of the ceremony. At this time, we'd like to dismiss our guests on the platform, followed by our faculty members, who will come right behind them. Followed by the class of 2025. Just a few minutes more. The rest of you, please be patient. Ushers, are you ready? Following the class of 2025, ushers will now dismiss the parents. The rest of you, please remain seated. Very patient. Nice job, the rest of you. Let's get these parents out of here. And now, thank you for your patience. You may find your people. You are dismissed. Thank you very much.